Hello guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. I'm Octopus, and today is a very special day because it's the first time I make a video with my recommendations for the current rank season, which is at tier 7 versus 7, so no CVs and few raiders. I will not say no raiders, but few raiders. But we will talk about that later. So, I played so far 45 games. I played quite a lot in past days, and I got to rank 5, as you can see. I'm rank 5, so I'm in Premier League. I stopped playing today because I guess the queue time in Premier League is quite long right now, so I will wait a couple of days at least, so much more players will reach the Premier League, and when we will be playing, we will have hopefully we will not wait too much in the queue. So I started this season playing this ship, the Shiratsuyu, but I don't know. Let's talk about the meta. The meta is something different than what I expected, in the sense that I expected things to be very much GD versus BB, but lately I just figured out that things are slightly different. There is the space for a couple of cruisers for being very effective, because the maps are very small, so the distance of engagement is fairly short. So BBs are kind of struggling, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of synops, but a lot of them were kind of struggling because of the poor handling and the fact that you have to just get closer to caps in order to support your DDs and stuff. But in order to do that, you are putting yourself at a risk to be stuck in narrow channels or something like this and being YOLO'd by DDs and that stuff. So I just I think I made up my mind about how to reach at least the not rank 1 but at least rank 5. So provided the fact that if you are a good player, all the ships, if you can play them properly, are viable. I mean, besides a couple of them which are really garbage, but besides that, there are few really bad picks and a lot of good to okay picks. Speaking of DDs, very good picks are Haida. Haida is a very good pick because the concealment, fully concealed, is 5.7, which is the best concealment at tier 7. Guns are not bad for fighting DDs. Reload is 4.5, which is not bad. The alpha is good on the HE. 1.9k is not bad, considering that you have six guns. So a scary ship for fighting DDs. You have also defensive Hydra, which is nothing bad. 3.5 km of defensive Hydra, and you have the Corning Smoke. So pretty solid ship for contesting caps and providing your team a point advantage. Although you have only 4 torpedoes, which hit like a truck, but you can single launch them. But I don't know, Haida is just, you will land a couple of torpedoes maybe during a battle, but your damage is done with guns on enemy DDs, mostly. Yes, there are the situations where you can land the perfect spread of 4 torpedoes on something and devastate maybe even a battleship, but this is not the usual stuff that the Haida does. But if you want to provide your team a good advantage on caps, Haida is a viable pick. Another viable pick in this sense is Z39, another premium ship. Z39 has a very aggressive Hydra with 5 km of range. The damage of the guns is not there because you have only 4 guns. Yeah, 4 guns with 7.5 seconds of reload. The alpha is quite good at 2.2, and the AP gimmick is that you have. I mean, with AP you can citadel cruisers at medium to close range, maybe close range, but there are almost zero situations where you end up fighting a full flat broadside cruiser at close range and winning the fight in this thing. So I don't know. It is good for contesting caps because of the smoke plus hydro thing, because you have 3.3 km concealment when firing from the smoke, and your hydro, as I said, is 5 kilometers. So you have a 1.7 kilometers of buffer. But all in the concealment is 6.1, which is not terrible, so it's okay. Torpedoes are not bad. At 8.5 km of range is not bad, and the alpha is good. So a solid pick. But as for Haida, it is good for cap contesting. Yes, you have also torpedo power. So in this sense, Z39 is more powerful than Haida. But in a gun duel, Haida versus Z39 in open water, I don't know. Haida might still beat the Z39. Even if Z39 has 22 and 50 K of health, while Haida has 18. So I don't know. And these are with Surabiti expert, both of them. So I don't know. As I said, well, Shiratsuyu is okay as a DD in my opinion, but I would not recommend this. It's good to have fun and spamming torpedoes, but I don't know. I don't really recommend this. Main battery, the reload is 7.5, but you don't have any hydro like Z39. The alpha damage on DHE is almost the same. You don't have the powerful AP of the Z39. I don't know. Shiratsuyu is not a good gunboat. It's a very good torpedo boat, but the concealment is very good. It's 5.8, one of the best at this tier. But that's it. Torpedo alpha is very good. So you will be just a torpedo boat most likely. Yes, if you kite away, you can win some gun duels with some other DDs, but all in all, if you don't have anything else and you want to try it, give it a try. But I would not recommend running Shiratsuyu. It can be successful, as I was in my Shiratsuyu, but you lack the carry potential. You rely basically on the enemies eating your torpedoes, and if the enemies are good, or they are running hydro constantly, you're not gonna achieve anything in this DD besides spotting. But yeah, that's it. Another good pick is Sims. Sims is a very good pick. Let me just switch this. This is the black version, but the standard version is all the same. Guns have a very good reload at 3.3. The alpha is one of the lowest, 1.8k, but the reload makes up for it. The agility of this ship is gorgeous, because you have 500 meters turning circle radius and a god tier radar shift time as well. So concealment is, well, this is without the captain, so this goes down to 6.7, or no, what is, no, sorry, 6.6, something like this, around Mahan concealment. So concealment wise, not good, but if you can, you have the American smoke, which lasts 2 minutes. So you can smoke up your cruisers and provide some very good team play. And as a support DD, if you have a Haida spotting or a low concealment DD that is spotting for you, you can provide a very good fire support to your DD in a supporting your DD in a cap against other destroyers. And yeah, the torpedoes, you can mount these torpedoes, although I would recommend going for these ones. Yeah, 10.5 kilometers of range is not bad, but 49 knots. Oh well, let me just where is it? This one. Let me just switch this. This is a very old build, as you can tell. You can have 51 knots of torpedoes, which is nothing special. Or you can have these ones. 68 knots is very good. 7 kilometers is not great considering your concealment, but I don't know. The torpedoes these torpedoes are very slow. I don't know. They are even slower than black torpedoes. So you make up your mind on this. What else? Gajah Mada, I don't know. The fact that you have deep water torpedoes, it's such a downside in my opinion, because there are plenty of DDs around. Concealment is good, 6.1, not bad. Guns are not bad at all. So all in all, it's a okay pick, not bad, not super good in anything, but not bad either. Concealment is in the middle of the pack, and reload time of the guns is in the middle of the pack. HE alpha is, what is it, 1.7. maybe this is the lowest one, but yeah, not a bad pick, not a great pick either, so it's a very average pick. As the for DDs, what are we missing? Minsk, no, absolutely not recommended because of the garbage concealment and the garbage torpedoes. Don't go for Minsk. If you have it, go for the Leningrad, for example. Leningrad is a very good pick. Where is it? I can see the Leningrad here. I don't have it. It's a premium ship. It's tier 7. Is basically the same hull of the Minsk, but instead of having 4 kilometers torpedoes, you have 8 kilometers torpedoes. Is great, and that's it. Leningrad has not good concealment. Is a very fast ship. As you can tell, Minsk is 45.1 knots, and adding on top of this the engine boost, you can reach like 50 knots almost with the speed flag, which is mounted, I guess, already. I think, yeah. So Leningrad, if you have it, it's a good pick. I mean, okay pick, not the best, but not the worst either. Minsk, absolutely not recommended. Not recommended at all. Don't go for Minsk. I love playing Minsk in randoms for the beams, but in ranked battles, absolutely don't go for it. Let me check the other DDs that we are left with. Akatsuki. Hello. Akatsuki has only 6 torpedoes, 10 km of range, decent reload, but concealment is 6.4. Not great, not great for a ship that has 7.5 seconds of reload on the main guns, and having not garbage, but not good concealment. I mean, bad concealment, I would say. It's no. If you want to go for torpedoes, go for Shiratsuyu. If you want to go for guns, you have plenty of other ships to go for. So this ship is straight up a no, absolutely not recommended. What else? Mahan. The Mahan is not a bad ship, absolutely. As you can see, well, the concealment is 6.7 or 6.6, something like this. So not good. But as for Sims, you have very good firepower as supporting a low concealment DD. So if you want to do that, go for it. Also, you have access to the American smoke. You have 3 launchers of torpedoes, and the upgraded torpedoes are 9.2 kilometers of range, if I'm not mistaken, so not bad. You have one torpedo launcher per side and one central side, one central torpedo launcher. So 8 torpedoes. You can launch 8 torpedoes from one side and 4 from the other one. It is a very good pick, very strong, very good reload on the main guns. As for sims, they are basically the same. So once again, very good at supporting other DDs. But if you end up being the only DD in your team, then you might have some problems. But it is not bad, because you are specialized on guns. So you have not good concealment, but you have okay torpedoes and very good firepower. So Mahan, why not? What else do we have? No, the only one is this one. Mass, the standard, the Tech 3 ship from German line. Absolutely not recommended. You have garbage concealment. This is without the captain, but still it's like 6.8 concealment, 6.7 at best. So not recommended, of course. Hydro is only 4 km, so nothing really special. Nothing special like Z39 that has 5 km of hydro. So torpedoes are 8 km, which is not bad, but the reload is not good. It's 90 seconds, which is pretty long. Main battery 4 seconds, not bad. HOL, this is the most underwhelming HE Alpha, 1.5. It is dreadful. Once again, AP are good, but how many times you are gonna have a random guy that is showing you full flat broadside at close range without you taking a ton of damage in return? Question mark. So why going for the mass when you have a lot of better ships? What else do we have? Oh yeah, the UK line, the Jervis. Where is this? Jervis. Jervis is one of the best picks. This is without the captain and without the camo. So Jervis can reach like 6 point something concealment, which is very good. 6.1, 6.2, which is very, very good. Consider that you have a defensive hydro of 3 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. You have very good utility. You have UK smoke, which can be very useful to just engage and disengage in a very fast way. Your guns are okay, 5 seconds of reload, and you have 6 of them. Not bad at all. Torpedoes are not bad. You have 10 of them, and I mean the reload is very long. You can cut this down by like 12 seconds with the captain's wheel, but still the reload is very, very long. But once again, you are not mainly a torpedo boat, but you are a gunboat. But a gunboat that can do pretty well. On the other hand, also as a torpedo boat in YOLOs, you can single launch the torpedoes, so you have plenty of flexibility in this sense. Speed is not great. You don't have speed boost. This is the main downside of Jervis, the speed. You cannot chase down other DDs because you are the slowest of them all. But all in all, Jervis is a very, very good pick. What else? Okay, oh yeah, Vocalin. Vocalin is I don't know. Concealment is not good. 6.6 is garbage. Speed is very good, considering that you have the, I can show you. You have the French speed boost, which is a 20% increase of the maximum speed, which is very good. You are a very, very good ship because you are fast and you can chase down the enemy DDs with RPF if you know where they are. You just chase them, you find them, and then you just nuke them with this, the main battery reload booster, your consumable. You have a very good HP pool, which is 20.5. The guns, the reload by default is not bad. Adding on top this one on top is monsters. You can literally devastate ADD in using only one of these consumables if it is used correctly. So Vokolin is a very good pick, but once again, if you're facing DDs that know what they are doing and they will just outspot you, and the enemy team will focus you, you are gonna struggle in this sense. So you can go for it, but you have to know what you are doing. So not a pick that I would recommend for new players, but a pick that I will leave to people that have plenty of experience in DD fights, and especially in using these French DDs. Just to tell you, I don't see myself playing this ship because I'm not a DD player whatsoever. So I would just struggle using this ship, and I will just get nuked most likely. What did I miss anything? Yeah, I surely miss a couple of premiums here and there that I don't have and that I don't know of. For example, I've seen Yudachi in some ranks. I don't really know exactly the characteristics of that ship. I've seen that it has a lot of torpedoes, but other than that, same deal with for Akatsuki, Shiratsuyu. They are not the best. I mean, Akatsuki is absolutely a no-go. Shiratsuyu, if you really have to, but otherwise, don't do it. Yudachi, I guess it's something like these two. So all in all, IGN DDs they are not shining this season, absolutely. So this was for the DDs. Talking about the other class that I expect to shine in this season is the battleships. Here I'm gonna go a little bit more straightforward. So Sinop, yes, it is the best BB, the tankiest BB. Although if you give broadside, you are gonna be settled. Absolutely, this one has a weak broadside, a real weak broadside, not like Kremlin weak broadside, which is not really weak. This ship can be settled for good if you give broadside. Also, you can get some, you can eat some penetrations if the enemy beast can aim. They can farm this part of your nose, but once it gets saturated, that's it. So very tanky BB, very good alpha on the guns. The reload is not too much, nothing special, 33 seconds. So the reload is long. The turret traverse is not Russian in this sense, only 48.6 without expert marksman. Oh, with expert marksman, wow. Okay. So yeah, it is a very sluggish ship because also the turning sequence radius is huge. The speed is not bad but not great, and the rudder shift time is not great either. Not too bad but not great. So you will feel like such an elephant between islands, but all in all, it is a very strong pick. Another very good pick in my opinion is Gneisenau. If you want to, I mean, the dispersion has been buffed, even if it's still a little bit trash, but the armor scheme on the Gneisenau is not bad at all. You can see you have a turtleback, this thing here, turtleback. You can see here your citadel is protected by this part here, so it is highly unlikely that you will get settled. Maybe at very long ranges, but as I said, this ranked season is fought at very medium to close range most of the times. So Gneisenau is unlikely to be settled. And you have torpedoes, 3 per side. They hit like for good. And if you want to YOLO rush someone that doesn't have torpedoes, Gneisenau is absolutely the best ship to do that. Also 380s, you can overmatch cruisers at this tier, so you don't suffer from the issue that you have facing some tier 9 or even some tier 8 cruisers. So not a big deal in this sense, having 380s instead of 406s. And that's it. Sharnost. Why would you go for a Sharnost when there is Gneisenau? Simple as that. You don't have the caliber to overmatch cruisers, so and to citadel battleships, unless you are very close range and you are full flat broadside. Everything that Sharnost has, Gneisenau has better in this sense. So don't go for a Sharnost, go for a Gneisenau if you want to YOLO. What else? As for BBs, I think that's it. All the rest of the pack is not recommended. Beginning from starting from Nagato and the premium version Ashitaka, absolutely not recommended. These things are made of paper and the dispersion is not there. Yes, you have big caliber guns, but that's all about it. So no. Colorado, not even a question. Mr. Thrower, I'm sorry if you watch this video. I'm sorry that your favorite battleship in the game is not one of my recommended ships, but I can't lie. The Colorado is the worst ship in the entire pack that you could that you can run. Although I've seen people running Colorados in ranked, so I don't know. You will always face some interesting guys that are playing Colorado, but all in all, Colorado is trash. The guns are not bad, but this is the only thing not bad about Colorado. All the rest, speed, concealment, maneuverability, everything else is trash. So don't go for it. Poltava, the premium tier 7 ship of the Russian branch. Once again, why going for a low caliber BB when you have Sinop? So just go for the Sinop. Germany we spoke of. What is the Duke of York and King George? Same deal for both of them. No, King George has a huge nose. Huge nose of 26 millimeters of armor that can be overmatched by 380s and 406s. So no, don't go for it. And Duke of York, it has the same issue. You have high jaw in Duke of York, yes, but you have a much longer reload than King George. So in King George you will just spam HE from the backline, and this is not gonna help your team in any way. It will just help yourself saving the star, but once again you're not guaranteed to save it. So and plus you are food for the IFHE cruisers and the heavy cruisers even without IFHE. So don't go for this one. Duke of York, absolutely not, because the reload of the guns is so dreadful. One special mention is the Nelson, the premium ship here that I don't have. Nelson can be both very powerful and very weak. Nelson has this huge nose with a gigantic citadel behind it. So that can be overmatched pretty easily by every single BB at tier 7 besides Charnors and Lyon, maybe, I don't know, the French one. So Nelson has very good HE and very good AP, and you have the super heal. So as long as you don't eat citadels or torpedoes and you can heal, it is a viable pick. Not the best one. I would not recommend playing Nelson, but if you have this premium and you want to farm some credits and XP and free XP and maybe commander XP, go for it. But remember that you might lack the carry potential, and if you eat a couple of citadels or a couple of torpedoes, you will have a lot of heals that you will not be able to use. So you will feel like a useless ship, because you will be forced to play from the long range, and the dispersion at long ranges is very questionable on Nelson. Moving on, Lyon, no, absolutely not recommended. Your caliber is 340s, so you are not able to overmatch cruisers, if I'm not mistaken, at these tiers. Don't quote me on that, but still, your accuracy is absolutely trash. Yes, you have plenty of guns, you are kind of a shotgun, but no, don't go for it. You're not slow, but you're not very fast either. I mean, this can be pumped up by the module, if I'm not mistaken, but still, your speed might not be bad, but why would you go for it? What is the upside of running this ship? None, in my opinion. So don't go for it. And that's it for the battleships. Maybe there are a couple of premiums that I didn't mention, but once again, these are the main ones. And finally, we come to the class that I thought it would have struggled a lot in this season, but I found that a couple of ships are super successful, at least in my experience, in this season. And of course, the first one is the Belfast, one of the most overpowered ship in the entire game, even in randoms. This ship you're not able to purchase it anymore. This ship carries radar, smoke, hydro, HE, and the concealment upgrade that it is usually available from tier 8 and 8 plus, but Belfast and Z39, by the way, are the only two ships that I know of, at least, that at tier 7 can carry the concealment upgrade for some reasons that Wargaming knows. This ship is simply overpowered, so if you have it, go for it. Remember that you are a squishy cruiser, so you're kind of made of paper. So if you misplay, if you pepper smoke, or aka if you smoke up and you don't remember to slow down in time and you exit the smoke while you are you potato, and you can be just devastated. So your concealment is very good at 8.9 with a 8.5 km range of the radar. You are a DD murder, DD assassin basically, so you can establish a very good cap advantage and point advantage. But if you don't have this ship, that is not it was not available in the store for like more than a year so far, I think. There is a very good alternative, which is so far my recommended ship. Sorry, I will just assign the commander so you can get a full idea of what we are talking about. Where is the Worcester captain? I lost the captain. There he is. Okay, Atlanta. I don't know if it's still in the available in the armory in the premium shop, but so far it is the best pick in my opinion for this season overall. Not only for cruisers, but overall for all the ships. Atlanta is my recommended pick. Of course, it requires some experience and some skill to be played, because it is literally made of paper, more than Belfast. As you can see, it is all coated in 30 millimeters of armor. It is basically destroyer level of armor. So, but you have a citadel, so keep this in mind. Although the citadel is, I mean, this is the citadel here. Let me just check. Yeah, this is citadel. This is all citadel. It is fairly small. I'm not gonna deny that, but it stands out of the waterline pretty well, as you can see. So if somebody lands some shells here, you are gonna be struggling. Also, you can be overmatched from the front and from the rear, from literally everything. So keep this in mind. Atlanta relies heavily on island cover, or in alternative, smoke cover from other DDs. You have an 8.5 km radar range, which is not bad at all. You can carry hydro, which is 4 km, which is not bad. It is average. Nothing special about the upgrades, but what makes Atlanta very unique is the amount of guns. You have 16 guns. Yes, they are DD caliber of guns, 127 millimeters, but and you have only 11.1 km of range by default. But in this season, where the distance of engagement, as I told you, is very short, you don't really need too much of a range. 11 km is enough. There might be situations where you might want to have some more range, but all in all, this ship so far has been a very interesting surprise to me. Concealment is 9.6, which is not bad, considering that you have 8.5 kilometers of radar range. Maneuverability, not bad, not the great, not the best, but not bad either. Speed, average. You have defensive torpedoes, 4.5 km, and the alpha on these torpedoes is very high. So if somebody is YOLOing you, you can counter YOLO him. All in all, if you are an experienced player and you know very well how to position yourself, and you have a very good map awareness, and you can kind of predict what the enemy is gonna do, Atlanta is my very best ship for this ranked season so far, at least to reach rank 5. From rank 5 to rank 1, I don't know yet, but to reach rank 5, it is by far the best ship in my book. Moving on, Fiji, not talking about premium ships, talking about silver ships. Fiji is by far the best pick because of smoke. Fiji has this interesting tool, which is smoke. Oh, you can mount spotter, plane fighters. I didn't know that, but whatever. Just stick with smoke. You have defensive hydro, average hydro, 4 km of range, not bad. And you have access to repair party. It is not a super heal, but it is a good sustain. So Fiji is a very interesting pick. What? Okay, 10 km concealment. It's not great. 10.1. Is it? Yeah, tier 7. It can be 10.1 because you don't have the concealment module that Belfast has, unfortunately. Concealment is okay, I would say. It is quite good. But the real thing is the AP. The AP is very good. Absolutely gorgeous AP. You can murder everything that gives you broadside. Even battleships are at medium to close range will be scared by showing broadside to a Fiji. You have torpedoes. You have only 3 per side, but the alpha damage is very good. You can single launch them, and they have 8 km of range, which is very good for a cruiser. So Fiji is a very solid pick for cruisers. If you have it and you know how to play it, you are the best support for your DDs around caps, besides Belfast and Atlanta, of course. As Tech 3 ships, Fiji is by far the best one in my opinion. Another good pick is Helena. Oh, by the way, both Atlanta and Helena need IFHE because quickly, just a quick thing. With IFHE, we can penetrate 27 millimeters of armor, which is the armor that all BBs are running at tier 7. Not all of them, of course. Sinop is something special because it's Russian, but the vast majority of BBs at tier 7 are running 26 millimeters of armor, also on the deck. Gneisenau and Sinop are somewhat different in the sense that they have a reinforced deck. Gneisenau has 50, Sinop has... Oh, Sinop has 26. Oh, interesting. So you can penetrate even Sinop deck. Okay, only Gneisenau and Scharnhorst are not, you cannot farm them. But yeah, Scharnhorst has 50 as well. So awesome. So yeah, IFHE is pretty much needed on Atlanta, and the same deal goes for Helena that has 152. Without IFHE, which is this captain, as you can see, you can penetrate 25, which means only cruisers. You need IFHE to penetrate up to, what is that, 30, 32? No, 30 I think. Helena, by the way, with IFHE is a monster, because you have 15 guns. Yes, the reload is 8.5, which is not bad at all for a tier 7. And the range is only 13.2. But the sheer amount of firepower that this thing pumps out against other cruisers, for example, in a 1v1, there is literally nothing that can stand against a Helena, if played properly, of course. If you show broadside, you can get Citadel, of course. But because the Citadel stands quite high here, so it is not that difficult to Citadel this thing at close range in a cruiser if you aim correctly. But with HE, Helena can literally murder every single ship in the game, besides Boise and 9 de Julio, which are the same version of this ship, but with a worse reload by 1 or 2 seconds, but they get the super heal, so they can sustain the HE damage, while Helena doesn't have the heal. But besides those 2 ships, in a 1v1, Helena doesn't lose against anything, as long as you don't give broadside, of course. So this is an okay pick, but once again, you don't have neither the smoke or the radar that Belfast, Atlanta and Fiji have. So this is not a bad pick, but there are better picks. If you can, go for a Fiji, for example. But still, Helena is by far not a bad pick, absolutely. And that's it. I mean, for cruisers, these are the good picks. All the rest, I mean, Abruzzi might not be that bad because of the tankiness of this ship, because of you have the heal. Abruzzi has the heals and has the HE, unlike the standard Italian cruisers that have SAP instead of HE. But you have Hydro as well, a defensive Hydro, 4 km of range, I think, yeah. So you are a long range HE spammer, but this ship is good, okay, good for randoms. For ranked, I will not recommend this. It is not the worst one, but not the best one by far. Gorizia, you have a quite aggressive Hydro, 6 km of range for some reasons. You have SAP, you have exhaust smoke generator, but you don't have torpedoes, and you cannot YOLO anything that is not that is different from a DD. And even a DD, you have 15 seconds of reload on the main guns. If you don't one-shot the DD is gonna have all the time to just torp you and do some stuff. So, not recommended, absolutely. I would recommend Abruzzi instead of Gorizia, to be honest. This is the level of weakness of the Gorizia. Other picks, valid picks, might be Miyoko. I don't think it's a good pick. Yes, you have some armor, but you can get Citadel pretty easily on the other hand. But you have good torpedoes, but the firing angles are trash. Concealment is good, but the reload on the guns is not. So I don't know. You have a large HP pool, but that's it. Miyoko is not a valid pick, absolutely. Another not valid pick is New Orleans, in my opinion. You have American AP, improved penetration angles, but nothing more. So don't go for New Orleans, absolutely no. Don't go for it. Shores, no, just no, don't go for it. Just you will end up just spamming HE from the distance and nothing more. You have a garbage handling as well. No, not recommended. York, York might get some space. You have good caliber of guns. The reload is not the best, but you have some kind of turtleback that if you're not turning and your broadside is not listing, it might protect you from eating massive damage, especially from cruisers, from the AP of the cruisers. Battleships might still get a citadel here and there. You don't have a, I mean, from medium to long range, York can be deleted by AP from battleships, but even at close range, your turtleback can work. So, and you have torpedoes. You have plenty of torpedoes. So the YOLO potential of the York is very good, because the torpedo firing angles are not as bad as the Miyako ones. So York can have some space, although I would not recommend running York if you have Belfast, Atlanta, Fiji at your disposal, or even Helena might be better than York. Helena doesn't have torpedoes, but Helena firepower is absolutely absurd. I mean, absolutely absurd is an interesting expression, but that's it. What else? Algeria? No. Why? Why would you go for Algeria? Same deal for Miyako. You have good guns. The reload is, you have a reload booster as well, main battery reload booster consumable. But why would you go for this? If you want to go for a heavy cruiser, go for York, in my opinion at least. Oh, speaking of DDs, I missed completely the Skåne and the Bliskavika. No, for both of them, just no. Why? Why would you do that? No, just don't. Okay. Surely, again, there might be a couple of premium cruisers that I missed, I didn't mention, but overall, guys, this is it. These are my recommended picks for this season. I wish you good luck and having the most fun as possible. I had quite fun in this season with Atlanta. Once again, Atlanta stole my heart in this sense. I didn't rate Atlanta that good from the get-go. I mean, having radar is also is always a very big plus, but I didn't really experience the carry potential of the Atlanta until today. And I can tell you that Atlanta is a very, very strong pick. Absolutely recommended. Of course, you will need some skill and some knowledge of the game, as I already told you. But all in all, Atlanta is my best pick so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, I wish you good luck, and don't get too salty playing ranked. Don't do like me, just play, I would say 6, 7, 8, maximum 10 ranked games per day if you have the time. Not more, especially if you're getting a bad run. Just stop and switch to randoms, or switch to another game entirely, because if it's not worth it. The season is long, you have plenty of time, so you will get where you want to get eventually. Just don't be grindy on ranked. You will get your steel and your flags and yada yada. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will, if you like the video, of course, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you want, share it with your friends if you feel like it, and I will see you on Twitch. I will leave you the link in the description of the video. And as always, every kind of support is very much appreciated, and I will catch you next time.